Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is episode 15 of our Transport Fever 2 Let's Play. If you guys are new to the series, definitely check out some of the older videos. They will be linked in the description below. And if you're a returning viewer, as always, like and comment, let me know how I'm doing, and subscribe for more videos. So without further ado, let's go ahead and hop into episode 15 here. We're just taking a look at the trams, the new trams that we got at the end of the last episode, actually. These are set up in Warminster, and I think these are really great. We got one running in each direction. I think that's great, and the reason that we're taking a look at the trams is just because I kind of want to go through here and just kind of update some of the lines and kind of see what we're doing. So, like, for these, I definitely want to swap these out for the new trams, and I'm not going to bore you all day by just watching me swap out trams all day, but they're just there's some places we didn't get to last time. So like down here, we got 30 passengers there and 9 running down there. I think we've only got one bus. We got 2 buses on here. That's not bad. That'll run okay. What about up here in Spennymoor? Spennymoor looks like it's probably okay as well. It's got good coverage there. How many buses on this line? Just one, and it's a stagecoach. So if we actually come into here, I'm going to switch this back to load if available. We'll take it back up to 3 minutes like standard. Not that that really matters. And then I'm going to come in here and I'm going to switch this out for a bus. And I think one, I might get two buses on there at Spennymoor. Let's see, down here, Margate, 9 and 26. We got stagecoaches on there, definitely want buses. Let's take a look over here, Morecambe. Wow, 56 and 44. Huge numbers here. Very good coverage with this station. Good coverage here. Wow. I'm honestly wondering if we should do trams. And I guess the answer is going to be yes. So we'll just make that a little tram route. And if we come on to this Morecambe, this is going to change to trams. So I'll just make that edit real quick. So this will be a tram to train. And then we're going to need to get a tram depot, and it looks like I can actually fit one in like right here. Ooh, I might actually be able to fit it in right here. So if I spin that around, yeah, right like that. That looks pretty good. So now let's go on to here. I want to sell these carriages, and then I want to buy, I think I'm going to do 2 trams. Just because of the passenger numbers. And we'll get those onto that line. We'll see those come out and start picking up people just because there's huge numbers waiting at these stops. But other than that, I think we're doing pretty good. Now, one thing happened towards the end of last video. And I don't know if, I can't remember if you guys saw it or if it was while I was doing a little detailing and setting up for the ride at the end of the episode, but we actually, if we come into a depot here, we actually got our first electric train. The MILW Class EP2. And I really want to set this up. I don't know if it's going to be profitable, but I would love to set it up somewhere. And I have some thoughts on where it could be useful. So, if I just find a random train depot. I think this is one. Yeah. So it goes 75 miles an hour. Currently we're using this Mikado for some of our freight movements. Goes 50. It's got 222 kilonewtons. This MILW blah 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 goes 75 miles an hour and has 516 kilonewtons. So I'm thinking that we're going to start out by using it on this oil sand line. Now to do that, we're going to have to do a lot of work because I'm going to have to upgrade these bridges so that they can handle the speed. So in order to do that, I'm going to back all of these out. This is going to be a lot of work because we're going to have to do this up and down this entire line. And it kind of is what it is. But now if we come in here and lay these tracks back in, the steel girder bridge gives us 75 miles an hour. So that's what we're going to use here. And I'm just going to try and connect it back in everywhere that it's supposed to be. So we're going to upgrade this whole line. And we're going to have to put these signals back in. I mean, this is going to be quite a bit of work. So we'll just work our way down this line, putting these bridges back in. And hopefully it doesn't mess up the detailing that we did in previous episodes. But if it does, I guess that is what it is. We got the double girder bridge here. We'll need it here. This might interfere just because of the terrain work that we had to do there. So we'll see. Let me change that to the steel bridge, and I'll just use Shift, M, and N just to get that right where we want it. Again, we're just trying to maintain those speeds. I guess I can let this run. I really wish we could delete bigger chunks of track. That would be ideal. But we'll just keep working here. We'll just work our way right down the line. Steel bridge. Connect that in. And I guess having this pause is probably better, considering that there are trains running on this line that we don't want to completely interfere with. But okay, so now that keeps us, we're good all the way down here. This is our next section of bridge. So we'll back this all the way out. And then we'll go ahead and connect this up. So this is going to be the steel bridge as well. So that's all connected in. You can see we're going to have to do a little work. Looks like I missed a little bit over there last time. Now, this is going to be the portion that's really going to be interesting because it's these two center tracks. Which makes me wonder if I should just replace this entire thing. Probably. I'm going to speed this up. I'm going to let these trains move out of the way. Actually, you know what? I guess it doesn't really matter. There's so many trains running through here that... And we'll just keep clearing out these bridges. And now let's go ahead and add these tracks back in. Actually, I'm gonna just delete all of the bridges for now. And then we'll add them all back in. Quite a lot of deleting here. But as we add these back in, I think it's gonna drastically change the performance of a lot of these lines, because mainly the tractive effort is just going to be through the roof. Which means not only will it go a higher speed, it'll go 75 miles an hour as compared to 50, but it will be able to reach that top speed so much faster. So once we get all of these deleted and we get these new tracks in, I'm really excited to take a look at these new trains. So here we go. Time to start fixing these tracks. Nice, so now that's all connected back up, and now it's just these last couple bridges that we got to deal with. And man, what I would give to be able to delete larger sections of rail. So now let's go ahead and add these back in. Let's see, we're going over to there. These are coming back. Those are connected in there. Those will connect in there, and then this is the last bridge, and then we can put those new trains on there. Which I'm really looking forward to. I'm really excited that we're kind of getting into the, I would call it like the pre-modern era. You know, because I wouldn't quite say that we're modern yet, obviously. We're certainly not in the 21st century or anything like that, but we're definitely evolving out of the age of, you know, steam and carriages. And we're starting to get into the era of electric, which is very exciting. That's kind of interesting what that did there, but it looks fine. Oh, just deleted a wrong section of track there. There we go. We'll connect all that up. And now I'm going to come through here and I'm going to remove the electric tracks on all of these, and then I'm going to add them back into the appropriate lines. Just because I don't want all of these to be electrified, because the majority of them are still going to be steam trains for now. We're not going to do a wholesale changeover. We're going to do a very targeted changeover of of the electric trains as we go. I think that will work better, and I think it's also more realistic. You really wouldn't change over all of your trains all at once. Although I guess this line is going to be electric, so we could actually electrify this whole thing. Now that I think of it. So we'll do that. We'll make this whole line electric. I'm going to make this electric, as well as this siding. Since this is now going to be for electric trains. And we'll just run all the way down here. And we're going to have to re-implement the signals that we just deleted by messing with all those bridges. That's going to be fun. I'll probably do it manually. So we'll have electric trains on these tracks. And I know it kind of seems like we just got the those new trains on some of those lines, and we're already changing them out. And let's see, I don't want auto signal. We're gonna do these manually. Yeah, and that's sent an auto signal down this line, which is not necessarily what we wanted. So now we need some signals on here. So I guess I'll put them in there. And then maybe here. That looks pretty good. We got signals through to here, so we probably need them here. That is a dual direction. That is a bi-directional track, so we don't want signals there. And now we got signals coming through to here. Coming through to here, so we'll probably want a set maybe right before this bridge. That should be good. Now we got signals running all the way down here. Good to there. Put signals there. Put a couple there. Quick autosave. We'll add another signal in there. Then they're running down here. A couple signals there. That's an okay gap. And then coming right into the station. Okay. So now, if we come onto this line, I want to edit all of these. We're going to get rid of those virtually brand new trains. We're going to add on these electrics. Okay, so now I just want to make sure that these are all the same length. They're not. 284, yeah, now they all are. I must have accidentally sent one of those cars somewhere. Important, no electric path. All right, let me see where we messed up here. So if I take the electric tool. That's electric. Just following it down this line. There should be somewhere in here that doesn't have the electric capability. Interesting, and I can't really seem to see where it is. Because this is all electric. Two sets of track running down here. This is all electric. Usually it's like a station that doesn't go electric, but that's electric for sure. So we'll just keep running down this line and hopefully we'll find it. Interesting. Let me see if I go in here. Where is this train? So this is the one that says it doesn't have an electric path. Oh, there it is. So now if we come in here, these two need to be edited. I accidentally switched one of those, so now they're both 284. Okay, and we got no warnings, so we can let this run now. And now we've got electric trains on here, which is awesome. And I just want to see if we have improved. Yeah, so these only go 50 miles an hour, but once we get the new cars, they should work great. And this should get up to speed super fast. I know that took a while to change out all that stuff, but I think it's definitely going to be worth it in the long run. And these electric trains should work great. I mean, look at how fast that just got up to speed. They're absolutely flying, which is awesome. So I'm really excited to have some electric trains on there. And now let's get to our next project, which is doubling up a lot of these rail lines. So first, I'm going to start down here with the logs and the paper. So for the logs, if I break that off there, can I sneak that through? I can. We'll just carry this all the way down here. We're going to have to do a quick edit of this siding. So we'll bring that through. And then this is our primary track. So we'll bring that all the way through. Merge that one in, and then I'll probably back this one off a little bit. Back to about there. And then merge that one in as well. And then these can all be double switches. And now we just want to walk this track all the way down here. Got an interesting road crossing there. I hate that. I'll probably fix it, even though it's not exactly necessary. You know, it's not hurting anything. I actually want to auto signal this. So we'll go with 350 meter spacing. And those auto signals should carry us... Okay, so they carried us to there. And that will take us down to there. So I'll put a signal in right there. And then I'm going to send this one back. And then put another signal there. So interestingly, that one didn't carry down. So if I put that one in, and then put a signal there, and there. So I really don't like that spacing. I want it to be even. Just, it doesn't really matter. I just think it will look nicer. So if we come down, this is where we want to start it. So I'll send it back down this way, and then they should be roughly even right there, give or take a few curves. And now the logs are moving on opposite sides of the track, and now we can do the same thing here for the paper line. And while we're here, I'm going to fix this road crossing. So we want a nice, relatively straight crossing. And then we'll bend out to connect in with these roads. So connect in there. And then we'll connect in there. That's just, it's a safer crossing to cross at a 90. Again, it doesn't technically matter, you know, for gameplay, but I just think it adds to the realism of everything by having, you know, a more realistic crossing. And then this paper train will pass through here. And this track will now run all the way up here. Do I want to double up this tunnel, or do I want them to have a block through there? I'll probably have them share this track if I can get the speed high enough. So it looks like 68 is going to be the best that I can do. So they'll share that track coming through there. And then they'll break off coming up here. And now we're going to want one-way auto signaled all the way down to here. I'll send it back right there. And then we'll put some signals in right there. So that works. Now we're going to need a set of signals here. That one actually works really well after the road crossing. I like that. And then we're going to need another set here. Then we'll send that one back to there. Yep. And now we'll need a signal right here before the merge. We'll put one there just for continuity. And then we'll match these ones up again. And they kind of get, you know, disconnected from one another just based on the curvature of the track, but it generally looks good. And now all of those lines are doubled up, so let's go ahead and get another set of trains on here. So this is the logs train, and it's max length, so I'm gonna get another one. And then if we come on to here, this paper train, let's get a second one of those as well. This is the paper train leaving right now, so we're gonna have a second one coming on. And I want to let that train on. And then I'm gonna stop this log train here. And I guess we'll wait until this log train gets all the way down to the paper down here. Wow, we got our first plane. The Junkers F-13. Probably use that to move, I don't know, passengers maybe? It only goes 85 miles an hour. But we could try it. We could try and move passengers with it. That could be interesting. So that train's in there now. Once he turns around and starts to leave, yeah, we can let this guy go now. And this train is coming in to get some paper. We've got a good amount of paper on the platform. Not sure how many that dropped off. I actually kind of want to edit these and maybe take a couple cars off. Now they have 132 capacity. And I think that that's more reasonable. It will allow this paper mill, although this paper mill's getting starved for timber, so. All right, so now the paper and the logs are doubled up. What else needs to be doubled up? The plastic? I mean, not really. We've got an enormous amount of plastic, so I think I'll hold off on doubling that up until we get backed up with plastic availability. However, I do want to get a few more vehicles onto this goods delivery down to the harbor. Just because that's such a long delivery. I honestly might get more vehicles on there. Maybe 18. I don't know. It's a really long delivery. I would love to get the improved paved roads, but I think we're quite a ways away from that. But for now, let's just see. I would like to try and use some planes here. So let me see what city is lacking public transportation to any degree. I mean, Saffron Walden is kind of isolated. Excuse me. Saffron Walden is kind of isolated. But really the only place that's truly lacking is Brighouse. And we could fit like an airstrip right in here. So if we go with a passenger airfield and just kind of rotate this around, like it could actually fit really nicely, like right in there. And that could look really cool, especially if we kind of bring it out onto the water line a little bit. But the question is, where would they fly to? Saffron seems to have a nice little spot for it. That'd be a nice short trip that they could make. Where else? Dudley is kind of a hub. They could get over to Retford. I just don't know. I don't think Dudley has good terrain for it. They kind of do. I could kind of fit one in here. I really want it to be close to a city. Ashby, that's a little far. Why don't we do... Because I think Saffron does have this hill. But I could put it here and then bust them in on this road. Let's try it. So if I put a... I could probably bust them both directions, honestly. Let me see. What would it be like to actually put it up here? So if I went in and tried to smooth out a chunk of this space. So if I flattened this... If I flattened like this whole hilltop. And then I spin this around. Put that in right there. They're gonna land. And then we'll come through here and we'll just smooth all this out. So now we've got an airfield there. And then Brighouse was the other place that we wanted one. So why don't we delete out this whole road? And we'll go ahead and sneak one in right here. So if I spin this around, and I put that in like there, I just want to see if this line crosses. Yeah, it does. Which I don't love. It's not the end of the world. It kind of annoys me that it crosses. So if I delete this and I just spin it around, then they're not really landing the way that I want them to. Let me see, if I put that in there, the takeoff is fine. The landing is probably also fine. I might try and sneak this up a little bit. So if we kind of put it there, fix some of this terrain like that, smooth some of that out, and now the question is, what can we do with our road? So if I just kind of bring this terrain out just a little bit. Just trying to make this look a little bit more natural. And then we could probably get a road right in front like that. And then just sneak it like right along the coast like this. Let me see what I can do here. I don't like the way that that's laid out. We'll connect that in there. And then we can maybe put a little spot for them to circulate in here. So if I kind of extend that out a little bit. And this will just be for the buses to circulate. And let me see, I thought I had a new line. Yeah. So let's get rid of that. So now if we make a new line, maybe I'll make it a dark, dark blue. So now we've got that established. I need to come in here and connect this into this roadway somehow. So let's see, if I kind of branch off like this. And let me see, so if I put in a nice long road there, and then we make another, little area for them to circulate, just like that. And then if I connect that in, it's not that steep, it's not that bad, so I might do that. I'll probably just smooth out the terrain there. And now we need to establish a little bus network, so we'll drop them there, and then I might just have them loop right into this stop at the train station. So if we make a new line and we just go Right like that. How are they... Let me change this color. Make it like an orange. And if I have them switch to platform 2. Yeah, so they'll stop there and then they'll head up to the airport. And this will be a bus route, and this will be Stafford, bus to plane. And now let's go ahead and get a bus on there, probably just one. And then if we similarly come down here, Brighouse has no bus stop. That has almost complete catchment of the entire city. And then they'll stop right there. So now this will be from North Street right down to here. We'll make it like a light blue color. And this will be a bus from... Does Brighouse have a D? It does not. Brighouse bus to plane. Let's go ahead and get a vehicle on there. We have a depot here. And now on this line, which we need to rename, so this is going to be our first plane line. And this is from Brighouse to Stafford. And I'm going to have them wait for a full load for maybe 60 seconds, kind of like the trains. And I'm just going to get one of these onto each end, just to see how this works. We see these little yunkers. They carry 3 passengers, which is kind of hilarious that we just built all of this infrastructure for 3 whole passengers. So why don't we go ahead and speed this up, and we will see how these run. You know, I mean, I don't know if anybody's gonna want to use this plane route. You know, this could be a complete failure. Luckily, we have over $1 billion in the bank, so we do have plenty of finances to work this out. But yeah, as of now, no one is going up to the airport. Which is a little disappointing. Also not entirely surprising. We have our first skyscraper that I've seen. Very interesting. But okay, that's great. I mean, it could be terrible, but it's also kind of great. Still no one. Come on, give me somebody. I want somebody to use this. I don't know, maybe these yunkers are just too... Maybe they're just too slow? Too small? I don't know, I think they look pretty cool. Oh, one thing that we do need to do. So we need to clear out some of this foliage. So we'll clear out a landing area. And then we'll clear out the takeoff. We can have trees out here. I'm okay with that. Not out here on the sand. And then we also need to do the same up here. So I'll probably clear Maybe out to there. And then similarly, maybe like that. Still no one wanting to take it. We have a bus heading up there with no one in it. I'm kind of surprised we're not getting more usage here. Just because this is their only connection to the outside world. They have no other transportation means. Oh, we got a person. That's awesome. Okay, that works. I'm calling it a success. Okay, so I want to start to get machines produced here. And this takes silver bars and steel to make machines. And then we can deliver them into Thaxted. You know, we can move them all over the place. In order to do that, we need silver. Interestingly enough, we have a silver mill here and a silver ore mine here. So this is a very straightforward delivery. The one that's going to be a little bit less straightforward is the steel, and I don't think we're going to get to that in this episode because it's going to be an enormous process. But that being said, we are going to get to it eventually, and I think it's going to be really cool when we do. So for now... Oh man, and this is pretty low. And this terrain is not great to get all the way up here, but I think we're going to use rail, probably, to get up there. I wonder if I put like a terminus station kind of up here on this terrain level, right there. Can I get this connected to this steel mill? So if we connect it there, I'll connect it to the road there. That's pretty steep. Can I make that look any better? I mean, yeah, if I smooth it out a little bit, it's pretty steep. It's not horrible. And that is in catchment, which is great. Let me see if I can kind of curve this around, make it look a little bit better. Still in catchment. I think it looks a little bit better. I think I could make it look even better if I delete that out and I kind of curve this up. I think it was there. I think that looks exactly the same as it did. It is in catchment, so we will go with it. And now we're going to come across here. We're going to shoot right through this gap. And let me see. So this is the same terrain level as this. So yeah, if I put maybe a terminus station... Do I want it to be terminus, or do I want to... I probably want it to be a pass-through. So if I put a road in, like right there, and then I put that station in there, I would like to get some roads. Kind of around this if I can. And what does this terrain look like? It's dips down a little bit, but I should be able to get over and kind of connect this in over here. Not that it's necessary. Just for, you know, realism, there would be some way of people to be able to kind of get here if this was their place of work. And we just got a new bus, which is nice. But okay, so we need to connect this silver mill with this ore. So let's make that connection. So we'll come in here, we'll lay a track. See, that's going to snap to there. Curve it around here. Take it right over here. And now we're crossing over here. That's a pretty enormous bridge. But I think we're going to do it. And now we need to get up there. So if I come up to this contour line, let me actually see. If I took this, connected it there, that's 75. And then it drops back down there. We got another pretty enormous bridge here. I'm going to do it, and then I'm going to try and smooth this curve off. So it's not quite as slow. So we get 75 through there. We get 63 there. So it wants to tunnel there, and then we get 75 across there. Well, if we're gonna tunnel, might as well bring it all the way back to there. And we'll make that connection. We'll go with the black bridge. That looks pretty cool. Let's see. This did make this electric. I don't want it to be, because this is still going to be steam. We're not quite in the all-electric age yet. Now, for a rail depot, that's where this one's going to be interesting. I don't know where I'm going to put it. This looks relatively flat right here. I guess not really. We could make it flat though. So we will do that. And then we'll go ahead and put this rail depot in. We can just make that turn and then merge it in there. And then we'll need a non-one-way signal going on. Okay, and now let's establish a new line here. And this is going to be from Morecambe to Thaxted. Oh, Morecambe to Thaxted. And this is going to be silver ore. And I want them to wait for a full load for maybe 2 minutes at Morecam, and we will make this maybe a light teal color. And now let's get a new train on here. So we're going to go with steam. Probably go with a 10-wheeler. And we're moving silver ore, so we need gondolas. Why don't we go with like 144 capacity for now? We'll get that train on there. This should start producing some silver. Perfect, it is. And all right, guys, I think that's going to bring us to the end of this video. Let's see if we've got... Oh, we do. We got 20 whole passengers waiting here. 33 waiting at the bus. No one waiting at the bus here, but we've got 21 waiting here. That is awesome. And these are making pretty good money. So really quick, before we go, I'm going to put 2 more planes on here. I'm going to put 1 on at each end. That's awesome. And I think we'll probably end by going on our very first plane ride. Get a unique view of this map that we haven't gotten thus far. All right, guys. Thank you very much. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. As always, definitely like and subscribe. Leave a comment. Let me know how I'm doing. And if you guys are liking the channel, I'm always trying to get more videos out. And I will see you guys in the next one. So thank you very much. Have a great day. Bye.